Hey, guess what we're doing today? Look at here. Is that not pretty? And guess what's in it? I don't know what this stuff is, but these are pheasant feathers. And Brenda Lucas is here today to talk about some really neat stuff that you can take from your hunting experience and turn into beautiful works of art that you can bring into your home.
Right.
And if you don't want to mess with them, you just come to your shop and buy them.
Absolutely.
But you're going to share some of your secrets with us today to make stuff. You can make wreaths, you can make stuff to put in pots. Let's try to start something from the ground up. First of all, you have to have something to put this stuff in.
Correct.
Okay, so you just buy any kind of vase or container that might work with your
decor.
Decor. Okay. I like that word.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a room that's got greens or golds or whatever. I guess you can make whatever you want. But you have chosen to take things like pheasant feathers, and I guess you could use turkey feathers.
Right.
Peacock feathers.
Right.
Any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Show us how you do something.
Actually, I'm going to show how to make a wreath.
Show us that.
Okay. This is a grapevine pocket wreath. And what I've done, I've already started. Put a sheet moss underneath of it, then put your styrofoam on top of that. And
so you just got to
cover up your mechanics with the sheet moss.
You call that sheet moss. Is that something you buy, or is that something you go out in the woods and get?
Well, you can go out in the woods and get it.
So it's around here, around Kentucky?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to take a piece of driftwood.
What you can find around any lake, anywhere, or out in the woods just laying around.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of secure that and coat the wire with a tape. Just to
make it almost look like a rope or something,
right.
So you can't hardly see it. It'll be camouflage.
Yeah. This is mood moss. It's a little bit thicker moss than the moss I've used here, just to kind of give it a little better, a little more detail.
Right.
I'm going to put glue on it. Kind of makes it look a little more natural, like it's in the wild. Yeah.
So you've covered up your mechanics.
Okay. Now I'm going to use some grasses, different types of grasses and greenery.
Looks like a grapevine leaf.
Yeah, it's a grapevine leaf.
How about that?
Yeah. And the different textures are, just makes it, you don't really even need to put flowers if you don't want to. It's just different textures of the greenery. Okay.
Well, it looks like it's growing right out of there.
Right.
As you're going along here, I can see that you're bringing different, different grasses and vines. And, but let's give people a reminder where we're going here. You're actually going to incorporate pheasant feathers.
I am.
Into this.
Just to add a little height to the back, and to give I'm going to put some feathers up in there.
A 3D
so it's
look.
kind of, yeah.
I bet you this is going to start giving a lot of people some ideas right here. And again, if you don't have time, do you have a shop somewhere right outside of Mount Sterling?
I do. It's in Mount Sterling.
Well, there you go.
Called Blooming Treasures.
How about that?
And actually that name came from my grandmother. She always said that flowers was a poor man's treasure.
Well, there you go.
And I'm going to add some lotus pods. And these actually came from Lake Erie. My son-in-law actually hunts down here. Go to Lake Erie. They have a place up there, and they gather these for me.
Wow.
These are actually some that Cheryl gave me in the dried.
How about that? We'll just put some salt on it, right? So keep that in mind. If your husband does come dragging something like this in, you could use grouse feathers too. I forget about that. Quail. All you got to do is cut them off and put a bunch of salt on it and let it dry, and you're good to go.
Okay.
Nice.
Pretty, isn't it?
That is pretty.
And the longer ones, you can bring them over.
So now if you choose to go out and do this yourself instead of coming to the shop and buying it, you can buy this stuff again at the hobby store, places they do things like this.
Right, craft stores.
And just get your assorted colors so they blend. And
Yeah. And the more, the more shapes and different textures, the better it looks. And you can, fill in as much as you want or as little as you want. So it just depends on personal taste. you want a little color. I've incorporated a lot of things that people brought in, and even in memorial work,
oh, yeah.
you know, things that have been personal to that person, incorporate that in the arrangement.
You're taking some beauty of nature and bringing it home and preserving it instead of just throwing it out.
Exactly.
Some people use it to tie flies with it. Some people make artwork out of it. Well, there we have a creation. You started with just a wreath. And what'd you call it with the thing in the front?
Oh, the pocket wreath.
Pocket wreath.
There you go.
Start with a pocket wreath that had absolutely nothing going for it. And you put all this neat stuff in it. And you accentuate it with pheasant feathers. And again, you can do this with turkey feathers. Anything you find out in the woods, but be careful. If you do find some stuff in the woods, some of it's federally protected migratory species, or hawks, things like that. Know your feathers, no red birds or blue jay, but you know, the stuff that you can take game-wise, grouse, pheasant, if you go out west, chucker, turkey, man, you can make some neat stuff. And you don't have to make something, try to make something exactly like what you made.
Oh, absolutely
You can make it according to whatever you want to do, whatever you pick up, dry it yourself.
Right.
That's amazing.
And just start and let your imagination take you wherever.